drinking my first big Russian Imperial Stout of the year, at least for a review. It's Bell's Expedition, so I bought this last fall/winter and aged it for a while at room temperature basically, and then I tried to keep it in the fridge for a while. So this one is 10.5% alcohol. It was packaged August 30th, 2019, so it's about a little over 13 months in the bottle. Definitely an ageable beer, but I was really impressed when I had it fresh because I thought it was going to be one of these, you know, kind of acidic, really bitter, really dry Russian Imperials, but it actually had a really amazing big silky body and some sweetness, though it was still very, very dark and charred and quite bitter. 77 IBUs listed on their website. 383 calories though, so that tells you that there is a huge amount of unfermentables in here, giving it a big silky body. So I'm interested to see what it's going to be like now. Is it going to... Yeah, sometimes I've aged beers like this and they've lost their body over a while and gotten more acidic, lost their chocolatey quality. Though usually people say, oh, the hops will fade as time goes by, but not just the hops fade sometimes. But we'll see. Let's just go into it. I'm planning on buying some of their 35th anniversary expedition. It's like a special amped up version. Ooh, and I'm smelling that already. This is one of those kind of licorice near soy sauce stouts with like such an intense dark malt quality that it goes beyond chocolate and coffee to kind of savory flavors. Yeah. I'm still smelling some piney, earthy hops in there. I let this warm up quite a bit, a little bit warmer than I usually like to start with these beers. Is that a hint of oxidation? Maybe, but I did not really age this properly at cellar temperatures. That's my fault. I feel like the head was a little bit more last year. Carbonation maybe a little bit less, but still a good cap of foam for a slightly aged big beer like this. But big on the char. Yeah, slight licorice, maybe not quite soy sauce. And pine, I can't really pick anything else out of the nose, like completely, like only bittersweet, or no, not sweet, just bitter chocolate, like baking chocolate. Maybe like Italian roast, just like charred so much it just turns to black spice. Yeah, definitely spicy, and there might be a hint of wet paper, but I'm not sure. This is just so different from beer I usually drink. But it's been happening lately that I've been getting into these more bitter, old-fashioned, big American beers, stouts and barley wines, as long as they have a silky body and a little bit of sweetness, so I can handle all the intense bitterness and malt. Whew. I think it's lost a little bit of that body. It's still pretty big, still pretty smooth. It's still very bitter and very roasty though. Yeah, most of the time, I'm not a huge fan of aging beers. Of course, yeah, maybe if I age this in a cellar at 55 degrees, it would be in a little bitter shape. But whoa. Whoa. It's like the pine gets so big, it lingers in your mouth with the roast. It's just like sappy and bitter char. Oh my god. And it's quite hot too. Yeah, I think they tell you that you can age this. Yeah, I mean it would stay fine, it would get a little oxidized. They say the shelf life is unlimited, but it's lost a little bit of its body. It could be because it's warmed up a little too much. That harkens back to when A lot of the big craft beers are just about explosions of flavor and bitterness on your palate. People think that double IPAs these days or triple IPAs are intense experiences. This is the most intensely flavored beer I've had since I had it last year, probably. It's more of a wallop on your palate because it's just all the malt and char and intensely bitter beer and hoppy beer. It's got a cool little foam formation here, keeping a little ring. Yeah, it's definitely very well made, but now I'm even questioning if I want to get the special amped up expedition version this year, or maybe if I do, I'll keep it all in my fridge if I want to age it. See if that keeps the malt, because this may have, I don't know if it probably didn't really ferment anymore. There's a little sediment maybe on the bottom, because that's what would happen with the beer if it fermented more. I guess it would thin out, get more boozy, but it would also get more carbonation, which this didn't really do that. It's not a bottle conditioned beer. Yes, it's got some deep, maybe blackstrap molasses. I hear about that stuff being intense. This is beyond molasses. It's molasses with maybe a touch of Worcestershire sauce. And wow, it's just like that old-fashioned, sappy char bitterness. Just makes your face like, and the aftertaste, this forces you to sip it. Like the intensity of this is almost like actually just having a shot of bourbon or something. It might be good with a little bit of maple syrup added to it or something. I don't even know how to rate a beer like this. I am obviously outside of my comfort zone, which is really rare with beer. But